Alright, we're back. We're back for the final game of this second semifinals. It is Liquid Drone versus Bizzy Pain. We're going on Fighting Spirit. The score is 1-1. 1-1. Alright, good. And I just witnessed possibly the greatest game I've ever seen in TLS. Wow. Drone. I think everybody understood how immense that game was. So let's just go into game number 3 on Fighting Spirit. Alright, here we go. The deciding game. At the top right as the yellow Zerg, we have TOT Ariador, aka Liquid Drone, aka my favoriteest person ever. And at the top left, as the Teal Terran, we have Bizzy Pain, aka holy shit, what just happened? Man, if I was him, I would just be like completely freaked out right now. I mean, after that opening, I thought he was so far ahead. After that failed burrow move by Drone, I was like, oh, there's no way he's gonna win now. Bizzy's gonna crush him. And that was clearly not the case. Dang, Mass Hydra plus Broodling. Dang, with a random Queen to infest the damaged command center. I just. Alright, come on, Drone, let's pull it out. Now, on the other hand though, if you think about it, he's gone for the general same idea both games so far, so 2-hatch Lurker into, straight into Hive basically, still off the 2 hatches. So even though obviously the opening was slightly different with the borrowed things and whatnot, the general mid-game plan was the same, although I'm not sure if you can necessarily call that mid-game since he's on Hive, but it's basically mid-game. So Bizzy, now that he's seen it twice, I wonder if he's going to make any adjustments here and kind of try and predict it and maybe try and counter it somehow. I don't even know what the best counter is. Maybe rush for a faster starport or something, you know, go for like the fast, you know, rush for a vessel off only 1 barracks, that kind of thing. Maybe, you know, then you can get a fast dropship and then fast vessels or something like that, but then you also obviously are very low on units, so it's maybe a bit hard to hold off the 2-edge Lurker. So again, I'm not really actually sure what the best response to that is. And interestingly though, Ariador is actually going for a 12-hatch now, so he's not going for the fast gas or pool as we've seen in the previous 2 games. Maybe he's got some other tricks up his sleeve. He is though going to scout first with his drone scout, where Bizzy unfortunately will not. So 12-hatch with the drone scout, very, very standard, and I'm going to see that Bizzy is just going to go for a 1-rax expand. So far it looks like we've got a very calm opening, at least, relative to what we've seen so far in this series. And whew, man, that game just made me so happy. I'm just like so happy right now. Oh man, I'm all giggly. I like want to go out and give money to a homeless person or something. I'm like in a good mood right now. All right. Anyway, this should probably run away. Oh no, just run away, man! What are you doing? Oh, he's gonna make an extractor. I think he might die first though. Yeah, it's gonna die. Even if he like didn't bug out there, it still takes a couple of seconds for it to move onto the extractor and then morph into it. Oh my God, Bizzy's gone for a gas steal. Bizzy's gone for a gas steal because he's like, all right, no, fuck this shit. No more Lurkers, no more Queens for you. You are not allowed to do that again. Looks like he actually tried to gas steal there as well, but didn't quite have the minerals or something. Dang. Dang, that's also a fast gas. Bizzy might be going for fast +1, or he might even be going for the fast starport as I suggested earlier on. I'm pretty sure it's more likely to be fast +1. Although I don't see an eBay yet. Although I don't actually know the exact timing of that, to be honest. Is that gonna make an eBay? Hey, there's the eBay. So it is gonna be fast +1, 4 or 5 racks from Bizzy. And yeah, that's very interesting seeing that gas deal from from Terran. I don't know if that was something maybe he just does on Fighting Spirit, or if that was actually because he's freaked out by the last 2 games. interestingly, Bizzy is going to be very aggressive with these first 5 Marines here, and oh my god. Because his SCV didn't see that many Lings. There are 6 Lings. Oh, 8 Lings now on the map. Actually, Eridor made a lot of Lings that Bizzy didn't see. This could be terrible for Bizzy. Bizzy's going to lose all his Marines in the middle of the map. Oh my god, he's running away now, but he cannot get away. He has to just fight, but he's going to lose all of these Marines. He's going to micro as best as he can, but a risky maneuver by Bizzy costing him his entire Marine force there. Wow, that was a huge loss for him. He took a calculated risk there. He thought he didn't see very many Lings with those SCVs, and for some reason, actually, Drone did make the extra Lings. I don't know what made him do that, because Bizzy had very smartly early on cleared the Ling that was here by pushing out with the Marines, but I guess Drone just assumed the Marine attack was coming anyway and built the Lings in response, so nice win there for Drone. Gonna poke in with some Lings, but there's a bunker there and a nice little wall, so no real chance to do anything. Meanwhile, SCV also going to sneak and see what's going on. The Lair's about to finish. I don't see a Hydra in yet, so it's almost certainly going to be 3-hatch Muta. So for the first time in this game, we might actually see some Mutalisks, and maybe get a chance to see how good Drone's Muta micro is. Let us see. Yep, there's a Spire placed at the natural. The SCV doesn't see it yet, but it will see it in just a second. Yep, there we go. So now Bizzy knows what's going on, and so Bizzy's response, you know, having gone for the +1 5 racks? Is that 5 racks now? No, it's just 4 racks still. He may add another one. Yeah, looks like he's going to go for a 5 racks. He's going to try and be very aggressive with his Marines and keep the Mutas back. Of course, since it was a 3-hatch Muta, he will have... Actually, I'm not sure. See, normally, the +1 5 racks would have enough Marines by the time the Mutas come out to be on the map and force the Mutas to be used defensively to pick off Marines. But because Bizzy lost the initial 5 Marines, look, his medic Marine count is actually probably not going to be high enough to actually move out on the map. So that early loss there actually has cost him quite a bit, because now he might actually just have to just turtle up in his base and defend the Mutas, whereas normally with +1 5 racks, you want to defend by attacking and not even let the Mutas get to your base. So this is actually a really interesting situation here, going into the mid-game. And the Spire is about to pop. The Larva are being saved up. They should be, at least. Looks like he might have mistimed his Larva a little bit. Ooh, not 9 Larva. Not 900 minerals either, though. But yeah, it's alright. It's not a huge deal. So yeah, +1 is well on its way. It'll probably be just about done when the Mutas get there. Oh my god, what? Alright, so instead of taking the bottom right main as his third, which is the most common thing to do, like that's what you'll see in 95+% of games, Drone has actually decided to take the 6 o'clock base as a hidden expansion, as a hidden third, which normally shouldn't be necessary. Oh, he's going for a counterattack. Oh, no, he's busted though. He got caught. I think he went a bit too soon there. He should have waited a little while. He moved a little bit too early. That was a good idea, but didn't quite get to pull it off. But yeah, see, normally, I mean, getting the third base here is fine, because you can get some lurkers at the top of the ramp, and, you know, your Mutas should be able to hold back the Terran. But I guess maybe Drone was slightly concerned about the 5 racks. I don't actually know if he knows it's a 5 racks yet, but because the 5 racks can be so aggressive, maybe he didn't want to risk taking that bottom right base, because that can actually just get taken out by the Marine Force, and so he just took the hidden base instead. And actually, instead of being defensive with the Mutas, he's actually going for the attack here, not really microing very well at all here, taking a lot of turret fire. And he's got a big Marine Force with +1 attack outside his base. He's got a 4th sunken here, but that's a little bit dangerous, I think. Looks like Bizzy, though, isn't quite going for it just yet. I really think he can actually go in and bust that. It doesn't look like he's going for it, but is he gonna get it? I don't know. Double Evos. Oh my god, is he going? No, he's not going crazy, Zerg. He's got a den. Damn it! That would have been cool, though. And look at this, Bizzy, he actually doesn't know where the third is. I think he scanned the bottom right or something. Okay, see, now he scans the bottom right, sees nothing there, sees nothing at 3 o'clock. So now he's a little bit confused. He's like, alright, where's the third base? Interestingly, he's going actually towards the 6 o'clock, or maybe he's just going around the bottom to go back to his natural or something. And there's no way he knows about the 6 o'clock, right? Yeah, he's sending the Marine to go check, because there might be a hidden drone or something. You know, drone might be taking it a bit later. And, oh man, he's gotta be careful not to fly these Mutas over those Marines. But drone not even harassing anymore with the Mutas. I mean, when you're going 3H Muta, the Mutas don't actually... I'll talk about this in a second. When you're going 3H Mutas, the Mutas don't actually need to do that much damage. You just need to be able to get your third up safely and get and kind of hold the Terran back until you get lurkers. So once these lurkers morph, you should be fine. Uh-oh. Lurker's a little bit far out. You could lose a couple of these straight away here. I think he might be okay though, because it's not the widest area. Looks like one of them dies. The second one might fall here. Nope, barely keeps that one alive. So that was a little bit scary. But drone is okay. Anyway, this +1 range attack means he's almost certainly going. Well, he should be going Hydra Lurker, but he's not actually getting Hydra upgrades. So this is a little bit curious to me. You rarely see ranged attack in ZVT. It's almost always melee attack and carrot base. These lurkers also, by the way, need to be a little bit further back here. If they're here, the Marines can actually shoot them from a low ground and get an arc like this. So you have to be a little bit careful with those. But in the meantime, you do see Bizzy is just taking up as normal, just macroing up, doing a good thing. Surprisingly, he doesn't have a second engineering bay yet. That should be on the way fairly soon, but otherwise everything looks pretty normal in this base. Anyway, looks like we have a bit of a... well, I thought that was a Zergs around, but it ended up just being a random small group of mutas and lings that didn't really do anything, so that was surprising. Maybe Eriador thought that was a smaller group of Marines than it actually was or something. But he's gonna send his mutas over here to maybe block this third base for a little while, but more Marines are coming over here to help out. They're 1-1 Marines as well, so these mutas not really gonna stand a chance against them. And, what you really should do is keep these alive and leave them at the back of the natural to make into lurkers later on. Sorry, not lurkers, excuse me, making it guardians rather. That'd be cool if you could make them into lurkers when it... And okay, we do have the Hydra upgrade, so he is actually going Hydra Lurker. He was just delaying the Hydra upgrades by a little bit because he didn't have quite enough money just yet. So it is actually going to be a Hydra Lurker style here from Eriador, which is really cool. Again, you know, Eriador obviously very, very old school player, and this is kind of an old school strategy, Hydra Lurker. Oh man, he's just completely lost control of his mutas though. I think he just suicided the last of them right there. But he's not going to be able to make Guardians anytime soon. Oh, he might catch a couple of tanks though. He might grab a couple of free siege tanks. Not quite. But man, Bizzy has a gigantic army on the map. Look at all those medic marine. Even though his supply isn't that high, obviously you can still get a good number of medic marine, but a lot of lurkers moving out now as well. And there's no hive yet. Notice, this is the crucial thing. Hydra Lurker, you know, the reason you don't see it nowadays anymore is because nowadays ZVT is all about rushing for hive and getting defilers. Hydra Lurker delays hive tech by a really long time in exchange for a very strong mid-game army. Instead of Lurker Ling, you get Hydra Lurker, which is way stronger. But then, you know, you have to be able to crush this army. Like, Drone needs to kill this army because he has no defilers to save him if he can't kill it. So this next battle could actually decide the game here. Whether Drone wins, if Drone wins decisively, he'll be in pretty solid shape. If Bizzy wins, he could just walk into the national and probably kill Drone. But Drone does have a lot of lurkers ready to flank. I don't know where he's going though. He's running really far away. Where is he going with these lurkers? Looks like he's trying to go a little bit kind of in between here. And I'm a little bit concerned about this because Bizzy's sending out a lot of reinforcements as well. Drone does have a fourth base going up at the bottom right natural, but the crucial thing is whether he can survive this attack. And here we go, the Lurker's getting a little bit stuck now. Oh my god, the flank attack has been intercepted. Oh my god, all the Lurkers getting killed so easily. Only half of them even get to borrow. The other half of the Lurkers coming in from the other side, but Bizzy crushes the force. A horrible engagement for Drone. He's got a couple of lurkers left, but that was not how he wanted it to go. Bizzy had way too many reinforcements coming in from the other side, and now this is what I'm talking about. Bizzy can just bust this down. There's no emergency defilers to help keep the Zerg alive, and unfortunately, it's looking like Drone is going to get eliminated here. It will be quite a miraculous comeback if he wins this game. However, there is no third base that I can see for the Terran. No third command center just yet. So if somehow Drone recovers and holds on here, he can still win it because he's got the fourth base. And look at this, he's picking off two of these siege tanks. Oh no, it looks like that siege tank barely stays alive. Some links from the back. Is he gonna hold? No, the Natural's under siege, so no more lurkers left for Drone. 98 supply for Bizzy against 61 for Drone. It's not quite enough there. And yeah, these Marines can even just back up a little bit and let the tank siege down the layer here. But Drone, he's fighting for his life here. This is his tournament life. Well, qualifier life, I guess, to get into the actual tournament. But it's looking very, very grim. He's actually just going to expand again to the bottom right main. He even sent a few links to deal with that, but he's just losing all his tech right now. I mean, He's going to lose his natural. I don't even see how he will hold his main base here. And especially because his tech is at his natural. That's the worst part. I mean, I guess the Hydrogen is still alive, and he doesn't necessarily need the Spire yet, but still, Ren is very costly for him. I mean, is he really just going to try and hold on the high ground here? We're in a cute little position there, but still losing everything. GG from Drone, and Bizzy moves on to the finals. Drone is out. He will not be participating in TLS Season 2, despite possibly the greatest game I've seen from a foreigner, at least in recent memory. And Bizzy makes the finals. So I think just by points, regardless of who wins this, both these players will qualify. It'll just depend on, you know, it's just one of them will qualify with the win and the other will qualify on points. I think Juan's already has enough points to qualify as well. So it'll just sort of affect the seeding. Actually, wait, we're not even doing seeding this time, are we? I'm picking names out of a hat. Yeah, so that'll be cool. Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, basically the way group selection is going to work this season, unlike last season where we actually seeded players based on their ranking and things, this season we've decided to take inspiration from the Sonic Star League and go completely random. So next weekend, depending on whether there's any tiebreakers in the points, I don't actually know how it's going to work out yet, but if there's tiebreakers in the points rankings, we'll have tiebreakers played next weekend. If there are no tiebreakers, I will cast some show matches, and then we'll do a live group selection. So I'll have all of the people who qualified, their names in a hat, plus the seeds, and I'll just pick the groups out, just yeah, on the stream, and so hopefully that should be good fun. But before that, of course, we do have one last series, a best of 3 finals, to see who's going to take this last qualifier. It'll be Bizzy versus Wands, and I will bring you guys that series after this break.